Chicago and the Philippines. A comprehensive review of the week's special community events, featuring many exciting personalities, handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Chicago Philippine Reports TV, still the #1 Filipino show in the Midwest. I'm Girly Pascual. Welcome to our show. Today we have all the top stories from the Philippines. We also have what's happening in our own Filipino-American community of Chicago. We have interesting interviews led by our very own executive producer, Miss Veronica Layton. We have Bridget Cotero Carino. All these are coming up and more afterward from our sponsors. Please stay with us.
Vice President Sara Duterte will remain Education Secretary until July 29, 2024, a move that she said would pave the way for a smooth transition for her potential replacement. Education stakeholders and relevant sectors did not waste time voicing their opinions and recommendations on who should sit as Education Chief. But for the Philippine Business for Education, Duterte's departure means a disruption on reforms implemented by the Vice President. They, however, hope President Marcos will pick someone who is at least from the education sector.
Worried kami, pero we are hopeful na sana magiging smooth yung transition para naman ay hindi makakaapekto sa mga reforms and hindi makakaapekto sa mga kabataan natin. Gusto natin someone na babad sa education sector and someone who has fought the battles talaga for education reform.
The Alliance of Concerned Teachers echoes this position as they appeal to the President to decide based on competence and not political accommodation.
Kung magtatalaga siya ng bagong Secretary of Education, ay sana naman wag political accommodation. Baka kung sino-sino na naman yung kanyang italaga dyan na walang competence, walang malalim na kaalaman sa educational system.
Not in this administration.
To prevent the education post from being politicized, Manila 3rd District Representative Joel Chua recommends creating a selection committee to help the President pick a candidate that has a proven track record.
Yung mga awardee ng mga Presidential Lingkod Bayan Award, yung mga nasa 10 Outstanding Young Men, 'di ba? Yung Metro Bank Outstanding Teachers Award, yung mga recipient ng mga ganitong award. Or the President can choose from the community of public school teachers who have shown excellent records in terms of integrity.
House Committee on Basic Education and Culture Chairman Roman Romulo hopes the next Education Secretary will continue to implement the changes in the curriculum for the basic education.
Yung matatag curriculum po, maganda yun dahil sa grades 1 to 3 pa lamang, babawasan na po natin yung subjects. Dapat mas paspasan po natin, mas mabilis na implementasyon. Sayang po yung mga naisip na reforma kung hindi na natin implement agad-agad.
The National Parents Teachers Association Philippines wants the next DepEd Secretary to scrap the Catch-Up Fridays program, saying it cuts into days intended for regular classes. Modular learning should also be stopped, according to the group.
Mayroong module kasi. Module. Yung module kasi, ma'am, pwede natin i-google po lahat yung mga sagot Kaya sana po iwasan na natin yung modules, direct face-to-face na.
Following Vice President Sara Duterte's resignation from the administration's cabinet, speculation surfaced as to what her next political moves will be. One of her allies, Attorney Harry Roque, says her cabinet exit means the uniteam tandem of Marcos and Duterte is already dismantled and described the Vice President as the leader of the opposition. But the Liberal Party quickly rebuts Roque's declaration, saying that the foundation of the true opposition lies on accountability, transparency, and concern for the public welfare, qualities which they believe are not present in VP Duterte's track record. Liberal Party President and Albay Congressman Edsel Lagman asserts they are the true opposition.
Sa ngayon, sapagkat incompatible ang amin na ideological principles, ay mahirap magsabi na bukas ang pinto para kay Sara Duterte. There is no ideological affinity between the Liberal Party and Vice President Sara Duterte.
Even the Makabayan bloc refuses to acknowledge VP Sara as the opposition leader.
Saan banda? Katulad na nga dun sa PUV, modernization, wala siyang sinasabi dyan at niredtag pa nga kami, no, kaugnay dyan. At ano ba talaga yung tunay na oposisyon?
Meron ba siyang tinitindigan na independent foreign policy? Kasi kung yung mga tindig niya dito, pareho lang din naman sa mga tindig ng kasalukuyang administrasyon, hindi siya tunay na oposisyon.
Senator Loren Legarda also doubts VP Duterte will take on this role.
I don't want to speculate because even the reasons behind the resignation are beyond me because it was not mentioned. So, is there an opposition? We thrive in a democracy, and to have a robust, healthy opposition that is constructive is good for a democracy.
Political analyst attorney Michael Yusinko believes the declaration should come from Duterte herself if she is indeed stepping up to be the opposition leader.
Because it is a responsibility, it's a job. That means she's going to have to face the administration head on. One-on-one battle, not just with President Marcos, but with his allies, with his team, with his surrogates. So, malaking malaking impact yon for her as a politician.
Yusinko adds, Duterte's no comment on national issues cannot be interpreted as indication that she will join the opposition.
I think she was being deferential and respectful to President Marcos, no? Being part of the cabinet. Right? Kaya nga I said, kahit man lang mga underhanded and subtle side remarks man lang, at least yun pwede natin panghawakan na, baka meron siyang iniisip na maging opposition leader. But the complete silence can only be explained by being respectful to where she is, no? Being part of the administration.
When Vice President Duterte addressed the public Wednesday afternoon, she did not mention her reasons for resigning nor her next political plans. Meanwhile, former presidential spokesperson Salvador Panelo, who is an ally of the Vice President, believes Duterte will be a huge loss for the Marcos administration. Panelo adds the resignation will pave the way for new political alliances in a different political ballgame.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Yan! Dito na! Perfect!
would you like to get high-speed internet for your home for less than $2 a day? That's right, for about $50 a month, you'll get lightning fast internet. Are you paying less than $50 a month right now for your internet? Then call Whole Home Connect right now for blazing fast internet at $50 a month with no price increases, no hidden fees, no contracts, no equipment fees. It's a great deal. And guess what? You can try it for 15 days. If you don't like it, you get your money back. But you're gonna love it, and you're gonna love the price. Internet for your home for $50 a month. That's less than $2 a day. Plus, no contracts, no equipment fees, and our 15-day guarantee. Call now.
Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. Again, 800-555-1212. Don't wait. Call us right now.
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is a perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
Via Times, vital news, vibrant views for the Filipino Asian communities in Chicago. Via Times for your most interesting and exciting reading and your party coverages. Via Times has very interesting columnists. You name it, Via Times has it. Law, Filipino news, dentistry, immigration, humor, serious opinions, health, beauty, mysticism, Bata Corner, showbiz, and intelligently written editorials. Call Via Times at 773-866-0811.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica segment of your show. Today, I have a very interesting, very pretty guest today. She's a Filipino-American, and she is the current Mrs. Philippines to be crowned for the Philippine Independence Week celebration. And her name is Marilyn McLean. Welcome to our show, Marilyn.
Thank you for having me.
Marilyn, she is a very good community leader, and she's past governor of Lions Club, District 1A. Right?
Right.
Okay, Miss Marilyn, first thing, please tell us about your community service as a Lions Club leader.
As the Lions Club leader, I, as a dedicated community leader, epitomizes the essence of Christian values and community decency through my unwavering commitments to acts of humanity, regardless of the scale. My leadership as the Lions Club, and I was the former District 1A governor in 2020, 2021. It was during the pandemic. A lot of things have happened, but then again, in spite of that, I was able to have a great year, and I was able to charter 3 new clubs, and I was able to make our district #1 in the multiple district, in the multiple district. So that was a plus, and my leadership, and I've been and I'm currently serving as the diabetes chairperson for this year, And I was also a Guiding Lions, and I'm mentoring 3 clubs. And I continue, even if I'm the past district governor, I continue to serve the other clubs who needed, my help. And as like I said, Lions helping Lions. That's good enough. This is also a distinguished by my exceptionally ability to attract sponsors and followers, underscoring my significant influence of dedication to the cause. And also my belief in benevolence as profoundly fulfilling endeavor is vividly reflected in my leadership style. And I lead by example, consistently treating everyone with respect and kindness, fostering an environmental of mutual respect and compassion. And this approach not only enhances the effectiveness of my leadership, but also inspires those around me to adopt similar values in their own lives. And looking back on my involvement in community service, I started as I was a charter member for in 1989 Chicago Bayanihan Lioness, and so I've been a member for 35 years, and I'm currently the president of my club, and I will continue to mentor the upcoming leaders in our club. And I've been also have done so much involvement and fundraising, events of my community, and I've been volunteering as well to do a humanitarian service and medical missions to the Philippines, which with Philippine partnering with and sponsoring by Philippine Medical Surgical and Dental Mission to the Philippines, as well as the been doing annual donating the water wells in the Philippines, and people who have no access and getting fresh water. So I've been like yearly I've been donating for that cause. And also looking that has been consistently prioritize the needs of the most underserved, also for the members. Through my tireless efforts, I have implemented numerous initiatives that directly benefit these communities, ensuring that they receive much needed support and resources. And also, whether organizing a fundraising events, spearheading the community, or personally engaging with those in need, my actions have had lasting positive impact in countless lives. So, you want to go back to that one? Well, in terms of my, I guess, would that answer the question for you, or is that enough for me to give you more, or
Yeah,
start?
I already
Yes.
have some questions.
Yeah.
Were you, weren't you the first Filipino American to be governor in district of Lions Club?
District 1A? Yes, I was. I
Weren't
was a
you the first Filipino American to be the district governor of the Lions Club? Were you?
no, I was the no. Are you asking me if I am the first one in the Filipino group community?
The Filipino.
Oh, first Filipino woman. Yes, I was the first Filipino. Yes, in our district. Correct.
Right. So how was it? How was your experience? Were you treated right? Or
I was I was treated right with respect, of course. And yes, of course, I enjoy that. And I was like, well known, and I know how to, engage with people and in our own community. And as well as in the district, and as well as the state. And so when you do something back, like, when you're helping others, you get that respect, and you get that uh um that will, like, get back to you. And yeah, they were there. I was treated right. I enjoyed it. Yes, of course.
And the reason I asked that question is that because I know that the Lions Club is an old male dominated institute
Dominant.
in this,
Dominant.
right?
Well, yes, of course. Yeah, that one has changed. It evolves, and we were, like I said, I started like in 1989 and 1987. That was when they allowing the women to be a lions, because we were only like a lioness. And I thought it was this like a men's club or something, and it's like all only run by male lions. But then behind that is like the woman who is really working, for them. And behind their success is the woman. And so, and I said, later on, they've been, recognizing the work of the lioness behind that, the recognition or the success of the male. So I I was not. I didn't see anything that the women was like treated differently than the male line members. And because that thing has changed. So because because we were empowering the women in leadership. And so we had our first female international president as well. And she was like, from where was that, from New Zealand, and she did pretty good. And they treated her really, real fine, real good. Yeah.
Good, very
Yeah.
okay, very good. I
Yes.
know that I know the feeling because I started with the Lions Club too before. When I was a lioness.
Yes.
For the Lions Male Society.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay,
No, that there's so many, women now coming in as a leader. And now we just had our current international president is women, and she's from Canada, and she's really good. And then there's more are coming in. So we are really like, there's a lot of our district incoming district governor coming in is a female. She's from the Chicago Philippine Lions Club. And most of my colleague and my council of governors mostly are like women. And during my year, and there's the three of us consecutively women governors, are leading the district. So, women are coming along, so which is good, you know.
Footsteps then.
Yes. And I'm encouraging other, the leader, lions women to come in and take this responsibility. If I can do it, so can they. So I'm always there for them to mentor them and guide them and encourage them to take that extra steps to further their service in lioness.
All right, Evelyn.
Marilyn. Marilyn.
All right, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Marilyn. Okay. Going back to the Filipino American community here in Chicago, where you are also a leader. Okay. Now you have been very active, not only with the Lions Club, just you said with the other clubs too. But these days you're running for something else, which is the title of Mrs. Philippines.
Yes.
Independence, and That's a big thing. All right.
Yes. Yes.
So, all right. Why did you choose to have the title of Mrs. Philippines?
Okay. It is my honor to, be part of this PIWC that I've been selected to be as a new Mrs. Philippines for this year. And in terms of foresight, I envision my role in the Mrs. Philippines community as a platform to further amplify my advocacy for underserved. And I aim to expand my initiatives, leveraging my position to garner more support and resources for my causes. And I plan also to introduce more inclusive programs that addresses the specific needs of the most vulnerable population, ensuring that my efforts lead to sustainable and meaningful change. And also, I'm honored and I'm very grateful that I was asked by the overall chair, Jovi Siriani, to do this because she has the passion and and I know where the benefits is going through and I want to help her. And because I'm actually be going to the Philippines to do the medical mission and some humanitarian service. That's why I'm working so hard to get more supports and donations and people who know me and even my Janice, also like, giving me donations and everything. But it is also my hope is to cultivate a culture of empathy and service within the community, encouraging to join me in making a difference. And also by doing so, I hope to create a ripple effects of benevolence and where acts of kindness and support become a common practice and ultimately leading to a more compassionate and equitable society. And to conclude on that one, and my background as a community leader is a testament to my belief in the power of small acts of humanity. And my leadership in the Lions Club and vision for the future as part of my Mrs. Philippines in the community will highlight my unwavering commitment to serving the most underserved and ensuring that my efforts leave a legacy of kindness and human decency.
Well, Mrs. Philippines, I salute you for your humanitarian purposes in serving the community, and also very good. I wish you good luck. And
thank you.
You already have the title anyway, and you will just be crowned.
Yes.
Exciting, right?
Yes, I'm excited, and my family will be there, and some of my friends, and I cannot believe how much support I receive by just presenting them, my platform and my advocacy to help our community locally and globally. Humanitarian service here, in Chicago as well as, back home. And because I've been doing that one, and I continue to, serve our community, whatever I can in my, however I can give, and it's very rewarding to help others.
Very good. I salute you. And for the future, any further plans for the future? Carrying your crown as Mrs. Philippines and as the title of Governor of Lions Club District 1A. What is in the future for you? What do you want to do more for the
you want me, if I want to further my service? to further what I want to go level up. Oh, sure, why not? I can do it. I will be happy to. I'll be excited to continue or to further my service to in a higher position. Of course, it's always been in my mind that if I can do it, my time and my because I'm retired and I have all the resources and the time in spite of my 7 grandkids, but I still find time to do my community service. Why not? I can do it.
How many grandkids you have?
I have 7 grandkids.
Wow.
Two girls and 5 boys. And that's what keeping me, strong and alive and, giving me this strength and to give back to the community.
Terrific. Wow. 7 grandkids.
Grandkids. I know.
How many kids do you have?
I have three. My Ellen, she's the youngest one. She's a nurse, and Patrick, and he's a very successful owner of the pediatric cancer in Chicago, and the other one, JP or Ramon, is still single, and he's working for his brother in Chicago because
Okay.
they are very successful. Yep. And
And
I'm grateful to have that we gave them a good foundation. So yeah,
good, very good. You and your husband have been retired and
yeah,
enjoy life.
enjoying. We'd like to travel, and we've been married for 43 years, and we like to travel and explore and learn other cultures, and we just like to travel because we have time now for ourselves.
Now, correct. Right.
While you're still able to, while you're still young and you can do it, why not? Diba?
Yes. I don't blame you. Well,
Yeah.
Mrs. Philippines 2024 of the PIWC, I thank you so much for gracing our show today. It was an interesting discussion.
Okay.
Your community life and family life. And I wish you good luck and more
Thank you.
success. All right. Okay, I'll see you.
Thank you for this interview. It's my pleasure, and it's been great, and thank you for having me. Yes.
All right. Thank
you.
At maraming salamat. At maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye, Marilyn.
Bye. Thank you. Good night.
Yan! Dito na! Perfect!
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today, I have a very interesting, exciting personality, and she's quite familiar to many of you because she is very, very attractive and multi-talented personality that has been going around our community and holding her concerts so many times, even outside our community. And she writes for Via Times as a columnist, and she also models. And she's a very young professional working as a nurse right now, graduated summa cum laude from her school. And help me welcome Miss Kayla Harold.
Hello, thank you for the warm welcome.
So beautiful, Kayla. And welcome to our show. And I invited you here today to give us some insights about how it is to be involved in the community. Not because not many young people like you is involved in the community, and, most of all the Asian American community. You've been around. So, Kayla, tell us about your insights about involvement in communities like the Asian American.
Yes, yes. So, I have been involved in the Asian American community since I was young, like since I was maybe like 10 years old. That's when my dad took me, I think, to the Hall of Fame, actually, where I first met you. I was like very short, this yay tall. Right? And that was kind of the start of it. My dad was very involved in the community, always at every event, to volunteer, or just to simply attend, and of course to give me the opportunity to sing. And then over the course of the years, I have contributed to the Filipino American community and the events by sharing my voice, right? Sharing my talent of singing, whether it's a few songs during the dinner, at a gala, helping with fundraising events and things like that. And of course, opening for the Filipino celebrities who come here for their show, and, being one of the front acts. So it truly has been a wonderful experience over the years.
As a young working professional right now, you're working as a nurse, and you've graduated summa cum laude. And so, how do you find yourself in the working situation right now?
Yeah, I mean, it was switching from school mode and then to work mode. It was definitely a huge shift. And you can learn things in a textbook, you can take a test, pass a test, but it's always so different, translating it from textbook to real life nursing to application. So at the beginning, it was definitely hard, working on basic nursing skills like IV insertion, blood draws, or even simple things like interacting with patients, talking to family members, talking to doctors. I was very scared to talk to doctors at the beginning, but now, I have been working for a little over a year as a nurse, and I can definitely say that I've grown so much as a person, not only as a person, but of course as a nurse. So I can't wait to see what more I accomplish as a nurse.
In a short time that you graduated and working, you have accomplished so much, just like real things like owning a condo right now. Wow, you're really going places.
Yes. Yes. And, like to think I'm only 23, working my big girl job and already owning property. It's crazy to think that, like, a year ago, I would not have expected myself to be where I'm at today. I'm pleasantly surprised, but, what more is there to accomplish is the question, right?
How, okay, growing up, I've seen you as a young girl growing up in the community. How did you find yourself growing up like that, thinking about your immigrant background?
Yeah. So, my hometown is in Yorkville, Illinois, and maybe a lot of people watching do not know where this town is, but it's a very small rural town. Country, we have horses in the backyard of our school. We have tractors driving on the road, a lot of farms. So the demographic here is that it's mostly like Caucasians, right? There's not a lot of Asians, definitely not a lot of Filipinos. I think there were maybe like a few, maybe 4 Filipinos in my graduating class. So growing up, it was kind of hard. I did feel like an outcast. I didn't see a lot of people who looked like me or that I could, share similarities with. But as I've gone through this journey of life, as I've, gone to college and even ventured out of my hometown and, working in a big hospital near the city, there's definitely a lot more diversity. In college, I had a friend group that, we were all Filipino. We all became nurses, studied nursing. And then, of course, you meet so many people out and about in the city or even at work. So it has gotten better over the years.
You have a good rounded up personality.
Thank you.
Credit in your life about this kind of person that you become?
I would definitely say it would have to be my family. So my grandma, my mom, and my dad. Growing up, they always, made sure I had everything that I needed. They were always very supportive, and they were also very encouraging, and just positive. Anything that I had interest in, they supported me through it. They weren't critical about it, and they were very encouraging, like I said before. And then in general, I feel like I'm just a very positive, happy-go-lucky person, right? And some people don't like it, but I feel like it is contagious sometimes, you know? So.
Very good. Sorry.
You're good.
Kind of advice or tips you can give to some young people out there among our viewers know how to handle their life growing up like you?
Yes. So I was very fortunate enough to have a household where, my parents were supportive. A lot of people may not have that luxury, right? They may not have both figures growing up, or maybe it's a financial issue. But if there's a piece of advice that I would give is to work hard. It's kind of like when you're younger, you put in the hard work so that when you're older, or like maybe in a few years, like you're all set, right? So for me, I worked really hard in nursing school. I worked really hard in high school so that I could graduate with high honors, pass my boards, and get a good job. So now I'm chilling. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying life. I'm no longer in school. I have my big girl checks. And all I can do is just enjoy life. But another piece of advice is to be independent, whether that's, your emotions, don't depend on other people, and of course, financially. There's so much power in being able to say that, this is my life that I created and I did it by myself, right? And another piece of advice, the last piece of advice is to aim high, dream big, and to know that no dream is too big. If you really set your mind to it, it can be accomplished.
All right, great. How do you look at the future?
Well, the possibilities are endless, right? It's like the ocean. So for me, I'm out of school. I have my big girl job. I have a good career, steady going, that's secure. I just bought a condo, like you said, so I'm working my investments. I think the next steps for me personally is possibly going back to school, pursuing higher education and becoming a nurse practitioner or maybe a CRNA. The beauty of nursing is that it's so versatile that you can go down many paths. So that's something to think about, a food for thought. And then also, I am single, Tita V, so I need to find a partner to settle down with and have some children, maybe a few pets. And of course, continue to enjoy life, to travel, make those memories, because money will always come back, but the memories, those will stay forever.
What are the qualities of a good partner that you're looking for?
Whenever I go out, or I always tell my family friends this, the three questions I ask are, do you have kids? Prefer somebody without kids, sorry. What's your credit score? Prefer a score, above mine, which is 730. And tall, dark, and handsome. But truth be told, I am a very simple girl. I just want to be happy. My stomach is full of good food. So just looking for someone that I can grow with, build with, someone that is loyal, and someone who shares the same values as me that we can instill to our children.
Hey, terrific. Okay, one last question.
Sure.
Well, you have many fans out there, and please give us some tips or advice for the young people looking up at you as an inspiration or a role model in this community.
So I think it relates to like the question that you asked like two questions ago. So all of that, but also to just remain humble, to stay positive. I am I go to church, right? Believe God. So I believe everything is in God's perfect timing, right? Some things may not work out for us, but instead of viewing it as a negative thing, it's more like a redirection of what is truly meant for us. We may not see, the light at the end of the tunnel yet, but we just have to trust in God that everything's going to work out, right? And also to just remain positive, to be kind to anybody you meet, because we go through so many phases in life, we meet so many people, go to so many places that we never really know when we might run into that person again, right? They could be your boss like in a few years or something like that. So just always be kind, because you never know when you're going to run into them. And of course, you never know what people are going through. So.
Right, Kayla. Well, okay. I was thinking tips on multitasking. You're a multitasker. So,
yes, I am. Yes, even at work, nurses, they are juggling so many things at once. They have set of patients that all need something, but it's like, okay, who do I see first? What do I address first? But for my personal life, multitasking things like spending time with friends and family, that element of work-life balance, and of course, work, health. I think it's just about time management. So I utilize a physical planner, and that helps me remain organized and make sure that I accomplish everything on my list.
terrific. Okay, Kayla, I want to thank you for gracing our show today. And I'm really delighted to have you. And maraming salamat. And really nice seeing your beautiful face here. And
Yours too. Bye.
This is a prayer and a reminder. All we have is now. Anak, umuwi ka na.
Worldwide this morning, growing concern over a growing health crisis.
The World Health Organization has just declared that this is a pandemic.
Hi. I can't hug you. Don't touch me.
Over the last several days, we have seen peaceful demonstrations.
Protests over police brutality continued here in Austin.
Remember when you started going to college? You came home a liberal?
Dad, please.
That's what we do to you guys in school.
All these people that we never met and never will meet because of what had happened to them. It's just too much.
The way that our family communicates is not necessarily, it's not great.
What advice would you give for those of us that are struggling?
Deal with it.
I think the norm for our communities has been to just stay silent and keep to your own business.
I could definitely be doing more than I'm doing right now, and I know that others can as well.
What if someone is called from God to be an activist?
I can answer that question.
Shouting revolution, oh wow, breaking each tradition.
You don't believe in the Black Lives Matter movement?
An advocacy group reporting at least 3,800 anti-Asian hate incidents since last March.
I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, maybe I should move home and be here with them.
I hope that this moment makes you take a step forward and a step together in the right direction.
In order for a subject to not be taboo in our community, there always has to be someone to start that conversation.
Yeah. You speak up for me when I can't speak up for myself. And I've seen you do that for other people.
I see a lot of people who just kind of cut off friends and family, and I don't think I can do that. I love my parents.
This is a symbol of our voices. If you look at your neighbors around you, you will see who stands with you, who stands for you.
At least I know that you can stand up. That's the thing I'm so happy about.
We would like to welcome all of you to Baladna Jewelry. We have a very big selection of 21 karat gold jewelry imported from the Middle East, from Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain. And we have a very big selection of diamond. We offer free financing for 6 months, and we have a layaway system which you can leave your stuff for 3 months. We repair gold and we buy old gold. Welcome to Baladna Jewelry.
Salamat po.
Good afternoon. This is Bridget Karuna-Quetter bringing you this week's local news from our community. Cook County is expected to experience extreme heat this week, with heat indexes expected in the high 90s. Hot and humid conditions will linger through Wednesday. Residents who do not have adequate access to air conditioning are advised to seek respite at a cooling center. The county's Department of Emergency Management and Regional Security offers the following tips during excessive summer heat to help keep residents safe. Stay hydrated and avoid alcohol and sugary drinks. Try to stay in the shade or indoors as much as possible. If working outside, take frequent breaks, preferably in an air-conditioned space. Take pets indoors and make sure they have plenty of water. Never leave children or pets unattended in a vehicle. It's also important to check on relatives, neighbors, seniors, and people in vulnerable populations when temperatures climb to extreme levels. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration granted accelerated approval to French drug makers Ipsen and Genfit's drug for a chronic inflammatory liver disease, Cprtv, the company said on Monday. Primary biliary cholangitis, PBC, causes inflammation of the small bile ducts in the liver and eventually destroys them. It primarily affects women aged 30 to 60, impacting 75,000 in the United States. Cprtv's estimated price is $11,500 for a month's supply, and it is already available for healthcare providers to prescribe in the U.S., Ipsen said. The Illinois Housing Development Authority, the state's leading financier of affordable housing developments and homebuyer down payment assistance, joins its partners in the housing community to celebrate National Home Ownership Month. For the past 40 years, IHDA has been committed to providing safe and reliable financial options and educational resources to help individuals and families achieve the American dream of home ownership and economic growth in Illinois. Everyone deserves a comfortable, safe, and affordable place to lay down their roots, said Governor J.B. Pritzker. This National Home Ownership Month, we celebrate the work of IHDA in fulfilling that promise and reaffirm our commitment to support Illinoisans of all backgrounds as they find their dream homes and settle down in our communities. For generations, home ownership has been seen as the pathway to the middle class. A home creates an opportunity to set down roots, become more integrated into a community, and generate the ability to pass down wealth to family members from the equity gained through owning a home. The Illinois Department of Public Health announced that it has launched a new data collection process to help gather more clinical information about a troubling increase in congenital syphilis cases. A new online form will make it easier to collect comprehensive data by alerting public health officials if a person who tests positive for syphilis is pregnant. Last fall, IDPH launched the Perinatal Syphilis Warm Line at 1-800-439-4079, a new phone service created to provide expert clinical guidance for prenatal healthcare providers. These steps come in response to a more than tripling in the number of congenital syphilis cases in Illinois since 2020. There were 29 cases in the state in 2020, 50 cases in 2021, 84 cases in 2022, and according to provisional data, 103 cases in 2023. Every child born in Illinois can and should be protected from acquiring congenital syphilis, said IDPH Director Dr. Samir Vora. IDPH is determined to collaborate closely with healthcare providers to reverse the alarming increase in cases we have seen in recent years. Ahead of World Elder Abuse Awareness Day on June 15th, Illinois Department on Aging Acting Director Mary Killow is reminding Illinoisans of when and how to report suspected cases of abuse. Elder abuse is a devastating and often hidden reality that affects thousands of older Illinoisans, said IDOA Acting Director Mary Killow. But none of us are powerless in the fight against abuse. The first step toward prevention is to educate ourselves and others about what elder abuse is, where it happens, and how to recognize and report it. Elder abuse is characterized as an act causing any physical, mental, or sexual injury to an older adult, including exploitation of their financial resources and abandonment. The term also applies to actions that create an environment in which harm could be expected, including harm to an older adult's health, physical and/or emotional well-being or welfare. National studies show as many as 1 in 10 adults aged 60 and older will experience some form of elder abuse in a given year, with some older adults simultaneously experiencing more than one type of abuse. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our news this week. This is Bridget. See you next time.
It's more fun in the Philippines.